Hello students, good morning all. In today's video, we are going to see the importance of management and the limitations of the management. In previous videos, we have studied many things about the management. So, after studying the management and after getting the meaning of the management, today we have seen what is the importance of the management. As you already know that in the field of management or in the world, there is not a single activity which is done only to give benefit to the society. Do you know any single person who are working only to serve the society? No. In the world, there is no single person who are working only to serve the society or who are working only for the benefits of the other. There is maybe some persons who are working to serve the society in some extent, but in a whole, but in a totally, no person can serve the society or working only for the any other purpose rather than just a profit. So here we can see the importance of the management. As you already know that every coin has two sides. If in management, if there is some importance, there must be some limitation. So in this video we are going to see what are the importance of the management, means what are the benefits and the uses of the management, and the second is what are the limitations of the management. So let's start with first point, which is management efficiency increase. So first of all, open up your book on page number 119. There is importance of management is given. In importance of management, the first point is management efficiency increases. So here you have given that management efficiency increases. How any person can increase the efficiency of the business, the efficiency of the management only by doing or only by managing the activities of the business. For example, here you have given that through knowledge and training, the various principles of management that are acquired have helped managers to take many important decisions. As we already see, the 14th principle of the management, which is given by Henry Fayol. In that, we have seen if you apply the training to your employees, it will give more benefit to you. For example, in any company, if there is a two persons are working, one employee is trained and the other employees are not trained, which employee will give you most of the benefit? So here you can see the employee which is trained will give you more benefit in comparison to the other. So in business organization you have to give training and by through the knowledge of your business employees. Whatever the knowledge of your employees, if your employees are competent, if your employees are skilled, at that time you can increase the efficiency of the management. So you have to manage all the activities of your business organization in that manner. From that you can get most of the benefit from the management. Second point, which is to procure suitable employees. Second point is to procure suitable. Here you have given to procure suitable employees. First of all, what is the meaning of procure? Procure means to get. Whenever you are hiring any employees of your business organization in any section, whether it is purchase department, whether it is regarding to selling, whether it is on production, whether it is on human resource management, all the employees must be capable to do the task. If you hire any person which is not able to do any particular task which is given the employees, at that time you will not get the proper benefit of your business organization. So here you have given that the managerial principles help to decide the need of one of every activity. Based on the activity, it becomes easy to select the employees having the required skills and competence to conduct the activities. It is said that if you are hiring any employees or you are want to get some employees in your business organization, all the employees must be competent and all the employees must have ability to do the task. If your employee does not have ability to perform the duties or perform the task which is given by you, at that time you will not get the benefit of the employee. So your employee must be capable to do the task, and once you are hiring any employees and that are capable, at that time you can get more benefit from the business organization. So by managing activities of your business organization to procure suitable employees, you will get more benefit of your business organization. So it is also one of the important tasks, as we already know that the importance of employees are very high in your business organization. You have to make cooperation between management and employees. So if you get the capable and competent employees in your business organization, you will get more benefit in your business organization. So we are going to the third point, which is labor management cooperation increases. Here we will give labor management cooperation. So first of all, what is the benefit or what is the objective of the labor in your business organization? The employees who are working in your business organization have objective that they all must get highest benefit or highest remuneration from your business organization. What are the main objective of the management? The objective of the management is to get maximum benefit or maximum profit from the selling activities. These both objectives are in a different direction. It means if you give more remuneration to your business employees, at that time you will not get more profit, and if you strictly want to achieve more profit, at that time you are not able to give more salary or more remuneration to your business organization. So in this task, management should be capable to coordinate the labor and management cooperation. Here, business management principles are helpful to provide more wages and motivation towards increases employees' work. The first task of the management is to give more and more wages to the employees, and the other task is to motivate your employees. As you already know that if any employees are not feel motivated in any business organization, they will shift on another business organization as they get the chance. They will get the opportunity. So first of all, you have to give proper remuneration to your business organization, and you have to continuously motivate the employees. And the second is new forms of cooperation developed. The cooperation between the labor and the management increases by doing this task. Means by giving more wages and motivating the employees, you can create cooperation between labor and management. The fourth is scientific management increases production. Scientific management increases. If you manage a business organization give you more and more profit. Scientific selection, training, motion and hand study, job evaluation, compensation structure, etc. gives satisfaction to the employee. Here we have given some terminology. If we understand that term, first of all, we have given scientific selection. Means wherever you select your employees or wherever you select any machinery, it must be in a scientific manner. What is the procedure to select your employees or machinery in a scientific manner? It will be studied on a further. Next is training. You must give training to your employees. Motion and time study. Motion and time study means which task must be done in a which time. The time frame, it is called time study and motion study. In any task, what should be the motion of that particular task? It is called a motion study. And the job evaluation, compensation structure. What are the remuneration structure which are given by you to your employee? All the points is to be considered while you are managing business organization. The employees are able to work efficiently, competently, and as a result, the production increases. If you will take into consideration all the points regarding your business organization which are given here, at that time you will get more production from your business organization. The other point is, which is it is given increasing quality. So, scientific management helps to increase the efficiency of machinery, tools and equipment. Employees are given the necessary training and guidance related to the usage. Control and supervision is exercised on their work. Therefore, the quality of production increases. Here, you have given quality increases. How you can increase the quality of a business organization? For example, you are given training to your employees to remove the wastages, to control the wastages as much as possible. Once you are given training to your employees to remove or to control the wastages, at that time if your wastages will decrease, at that time you will get more profit. Once you will get more profit, this profit can be invested in your business organization in form of salary to the employees or in other form, which is to expense more in your production. In these two ways, you can invest your services or your savings from the wastage. So it will give you more profit. So here, once again, you have given that employees are given the necessary training and guidance related to the usage. Your employees are given training how one particular machine is to be used, and after that, control and supervision is exercised on their work. Once you give training to your employees, after that, you have to supervise the activities of your business organization. Once you give the training to your business organization and then you are not supervise the activities of the employees, and that time also you will not get the proper result. So to get proper result, you have to supervise continuously on your business employees. The next point is decrease in production cost. Decrease in production. Here, the 6.8 decrease in production cost. Scientific management increase production, maintains the quality and the controls the wastage. Here you have given that scientific management increase the production. The first task is to increase the production as much as possible. Second task is maintain the quality. You have to increase the production, but it is not increased by the way of decreasing the quality. Your quality should be maintained while you are increasing the production. and the other task is to control the wastages. You have to control all the wastages. So the cost of production reduces whose benefits are received in terms of high profit. Once you control the wastages of the business organization, it will give more profit to the business organization. यहाँ पर एक बात आप समझ सकते हैं, अगर आपने जो भी आपका वेस्टेज है उसको कम किया, उसका कम किया है तो वेस्टेज का जो पैसा था वो पैसा आप दूसरे कहीं पर पे लगा सकते हैं। आप चाहो तो आपके जो एम्प्लॉइज है उसको ज्यादा सैलरी दे सकते हो, या फिर वही पैसा आप कहीं और दूसरी जगह पर लगा सकते हो, जिससे आपका प्रोडक्शन का जो लेवल है, प्रोडक्शन का लेवल बढ़ सके। सो here you can also say that the cost of production reduces once your cost of production is reduces whose benefits are received in terms of high profit. At that time you will get the more profit, more wages to employees, or you can give more wages to your employees, or reduction in prices for the customers. If you don't want to give that savings to your employees, at that time you can cut your prices. For example, if any business organization gives any product in a 50 rupees, after 1 week he offers that same product in a 45 rupees. At that time you will cut 5 rupees in your product price, and at that time you will get more profit. So if you control over the wastages and reduce your cost, and after the reducing your cost you will get more benefit from the business organization. The seventh point is provides stimulus to innovations. Provides stimulus. So here scientific management stresses on planning rather than disorganizing. Scientific management stress more on planning rather than disorganizing. For example, if you want to do any task and you assign the task to any employee, and that task is not done as per your requirement or as per your wish, and that time you should plan more other than to disorganization. Specific calculation rather than assumption. Whenever you are doing any task, it should be on calculation. It should not be on assumption. If you assume anything that this will happen in this way, so we can do these things in a particular way. It is not a proper way to do the task. At that time, you must be calculated. For example, in business organization, you face crisis in business organization. So first of all, you have to find out the reason for the crisis of your business organization, and after that you have to take steps according to that. Next is cooperation instead of conflicts. Whenever conflicts or any hurdles arises in your business organization, you should maintain cooperation between employees. If any two organizations or two departments of the business organization is not running a smooth manner, for example, selling department and purchase department both has some conflicts and both are not working in a proper way, at that time you should maintain harmony between the selling department and the purchase department. Direction instead of orders and guidance. This is the most important thing. When you are giving orders to your employees, generally very few persons or there is no person who directly write the orders. Other than you can, if you direct in your business organization employee, it will give you more benefit. यहाँ पर आप एग्जांपल ले सकते हो। अगर आपको कोई किसी को ऑर्डर दोगे कि ये काम कर दो, अगर आप किसी को ऑर्डर दोगे तो वो इतना ज्यादा खुश नहीं होगा। अगर उसको आप डायरेक्ट करो कि आप ये proper way. So your business employees should not feel any guilty or should not feel any insulted. So persons taking part in management try to conduct innovation to increase their work. If you treat your business employees in a good manner, it will give you more and more benefit for us. As we already discussed that one expert says, mind your man, man will mind everything for you. ગુજરાતીમાં એવું કહી શકો કે તમે તમારા માણસોને સાચવો, તમારા માણસો તમારું બધું જ સાચવશે. Once you are doing any task and at that time you already given that task to your employees and you are coordinating your employees and all the other factors very good, at that time you will get a more precise and proper benefit from your business organization. So the next is increase standard of living. The next is increase in standard of living. First of all, what is standard of living? If you want to know the meaning of standard of living, it means in India there is a number of persons who are not getting basic needs from the any surroundings. For example, the basic needs are roti, kapda, bhavana. Food, clothing, and shelter are the basic needs. In India, there is a number of families, there is a number of employees, there is a number of persons in India who are not getting these three things in a day. So in your business organization, your all the employees should be increasing the standard of living. So here you have given that scientific management provides the required work atmosphere. You should be providing enough work atmosphere to your business organization so that your employees do the task, do the work in a very smooth manner. The required compensation, you should be give remuneration or salary enough and stimulus to its employees. This increases their standard of living. It means if you will give proper benefit to your business employees, it will give you more benefit. For example, here we can take one example. If there is a two business organization, one is unit 1 and other is unit 2. The unit 1 only gives salary to the business employees. On other hand, unit 2 gives salary plus extra allowance and all other facilities to the employees. In which organization employees will like to work? As we already know, that in second unit employees like to work. So here you can say that if you will give more benefits to your employees, it will increase in the standard of living of the employees. Creation of industrial peace and harmony. Scientific management provides a stimulus to increase the cooperation between the management and the labor. The human element is more stressed, man is more important than a machine. Here it is said that man is more important than machine. In your business organization, there is a main two factors of the production. हमारे business organization में બે factors है production और माटेना. One is the main and the second important factor is machine. Without machine, you cannot run your business organization, and without man, even you cannot run your business organization. So this idea is given more importance to scientific management. So whenever you are managing your activities, you should cooperate between the human and your management, between the labor and the management. The welfare of both the labor and the management business takes place. Both the parties should be at peace. That purpose is emphasized. It means you should be taken into consideration to the both your level and management. If any one factor is not taken into consideration while managing the activities, it will not give you a proper result. So here the importance of the management is over these 8 importance of the management is given in your book. These all are the importance or benefits of the management. As we all know that every coin has two sides. If anything has any benefits, there must be some limitations or there must be some drawbacks of that particular thing. If as we already see the importance of benefits of the management. If management has some benefits, it means management also has some limitations. So let's move forward. Limitations of so what are the limitations of the management? In that on page number 123 there are given 5 limitations. The following are the limitations of the management. The first is managers and entrepreneurs are interested only in profitable business ventures. First is interested only in profitable business. As we already know that in this world there is no activity in the human being that done without any finance or without any monetary benefits or monetary profit. If any person has given a task and that person is asked, you have to do the task, but you will not get in return. You will not get any money from this task or to doing this task. You will not get any money. At that time, that person will not do that task because they want only money from the business activities. And in business activities, no entrepreneur of the business are interested in loss or in the less profitable business ventures. They have not started enterprises which are non-profitable. If the any business enterprises which is not give enough benefit or enough wages or enough profit from the business activities, no entrepreneur will run that business organization for the long time in the beginning, but which are necessary for the welfare and well-being of the society. Whether it is good for the society, but it will not give the benefit or it will not give the proper profit to the business entrepreneur, it will not work for the long time. So it is one of the most important limitations of the business management. The second is they have given more importance to production rather than giving importance to employment opportunities. More important to the production. As we know that every person is only doing task which is in a favor of particular person. For example, if I am doing any task, first of all, as a commerce faculty, I always see my own benefit first. If I will not get any benefit from any task or from any activity, these activities will not done by me. So, in any business organization, only focus is on production, not on employment opportunity. If there are two business, one gives more opportunity, more employment opportunity to the nation, and the another is more give profit to the entrepreneurs. At that time, entrepreneur will choose the more profitable business organization rather than employment created business organization. The third is public sector is important for public welfare, but still private sector is criticized and mocking at the public sector. The third point is public sector. First of all, what is public sector? Public sector means the ownership of that particular organization is within government. જેમને આપણે સરકારી કહી શકીએ કે જે પણ ઓર્ગેનાઇઝેશન સરકાર હસ્તકના છે આ બધા જ પબ્લિક જેને આપણે ગુજરાતીમાં જાહેર વહીવટ તરીકે ઓળખી શકીએ છીએ, જાહેર સાહસ તરીકે ઓળખી શકીએ છીએ. તો public sector is important for public welfare. If you need public welfare, at that time you must need the increment of the public sector. Here you can take example of Delhi government. In Delhi government, if you compare any other state with the Delhi, right now the Delhi government is the very powerful in a recent time because of the government policies and the public sector of the Delhi. So public sector is a very important to create the well society, but the private sector is always criticizing the public sector, which is not good for the nation. The fourth point is stiff competition and risk have been the words that are exaggerated. Large scale units hardly are declared insolvent. Stiff competition. The fourth point is stiff competition. What is the meaning of stiff? Stiff means too high. ઝડપ જે હોય જે તીવ્ર હોય. સ્ટીફ કોમ્પિટિશન એટલે કે જેની અંદર કોમ્પિટિશન, જેની અંદર વધારે પડતી કોમ્પિટિશન છે એ, અને રિસ્ક કે જે બિઝનેસ ઓર્ગેનાઇઝેશનની અંદર વધારે રિસ્ક છે એ. સ્ટીફ કોમ્પિટિશન and risk have been the words that are exaggerated. Large scale units hardly are declared solvent. So if in a business organization there is a more competition, it will give you more benefit. In commerce, you have idea, if there is a more risk, it will give you more profit. If there is a less risk, it will give you less profit. Here you can take example of equity share and preference. In equity share there is a high risk, but in the same manner equity share also gives you the more benefit. And on other hand, preference share is give you less profit because preference share has a less risk. The next point is fifth and the last point, which is they reduce production drastically as there is reduction in demand and sales. Reduction in production. Reduce in production. For example, in any product, if there is a decrease or if there is a decrement in the demand, at that time the business owner will decrease in the production system, and once the production is decreases, at that time they will again get the less profit. They will again get the profit, less profit. So the business entrepreneur again decrease the production of the particular thing. It will create deep harmony, or it will create the bad effect of the business organization. So here they claim that they reduce production drastically as there is reduction in demand and the sales. If there is a reduction, if there is a cut in the demand and the sales, at that time the business owner or the entrepreneur will reduce in the production. It is also the limitations of the management. So these are the importance